Well, good morning to all of you out there, you shooters and reloaders all around the country and around the world, actually. This is Fortune Cookie 45 LLC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone Express. And of course, you're looking at my reloading shed out here in the Seattle, Washington area. And look what's happening here. We had a tree die on us, so we had to go ahead and have people come in and chop that tree down and segment the tree as you see there. And now the log splitting, so any lumberjacks out there get a chance to be a part-time lumberjack. Hard work for the family here in the Seattle, Washington area. Well, it sure helps when you got John Deere helping out. We're gonna move this over to the firewood shed. Somehow, I'm thinking this is my tree because it was right here in front of the cookie shed that this tree kind of didn't do well and had to be taken down. Well, let's come into the Cookie Shack reloading shed and get a chance to see what's new. So shooters and reloaders and Three Circles passengers and members, you know how we like in the Cookie Shack reloading shed to give you variety in the reloading videos that we do. And so we have different presses to present to you during the time we're doing our reloading sessions. It kind of gives you a variety, plus if you're in the market for a new press or an additional press, then we're giving you information on the workability of some of these presses that are available today. Let's talk about the new press in the Cookie Shack, and that is we got a hold of the latest iteration of the RCBS Rockchucker, and that is the RCBS Rockchucker Supreme. Now, you know that back in the 1960s, the late 60s and the early 70s, the RCBS company had their A2 press, which was made of steel. And a lot of us wanted to get the A2 press, but the problem was that RCBS was right in the process of changing over to a cast iron press instead, because they could make it just a little less expensive. And it was also still a good press. The cast iron was good material. So they came out with the RCBS Rockchucker right around 1970 or so. And the Rockchucker turned out to be their flagship press through all these decades since. Now, a lot of you out there know that I have an early Rockchucker. And why did I go ahead and get the latest Rockchucker Supreme? Well, it's because we're kind of like going full circle from the RCBS Rockchucker back in 1971-72 to the Rockchucker Supreme of today. Let's have a look at this beautiful press. It's actually a very nice press. Still is the flagship press for RCBS. So if you look at this press compared to the original Rockchucker, the finish is kind of a stippled finish, and then they powder coated it with a real nice powder coat. Now, the original RCBS Rockchucker had kind of a ridged appearance, kind of a wavy ridge type appearance, and they powder coated it with a powder coat that isn't quite as nice. It's more of a flat powder coat, but it lasted very well through all these decades of use. I've done a lot of work with my original Rockchucker. It's really worked hard through the years and has maintained itself. I really didn't need this latest Rockchucker, but again, because of the desire for me to present variety to you, this Rockchucker, the powder coating is a very nice, pleasing powder coat. It's got a glossy look, and I expect this to really stand up well over the course of time. Now, what made the Rockchucker a very desirable press was the 1-inch ram and the linkage, compound linkage. Plus, we always evaluate the press because of the amount of engagement of the press frame to the ram. And what RCBS gives us is a 4-inch support engagement to the ram, which is very desirable. This gives us a good working maintenance of the precision of the ram to the axis of the die opening. Now, one of the knocks on the original Rockchucker was the primer catching system, which was inferior. We'd get a lot of primers on the floor when we decapped, and that was an ongoing issue, but we learned to put up with that. And the idea behind the Rockchucker Supreme was to have a better primer catching system. Now you see the inline fabrication mounting system using the flush mount works real well on our reloading benches. For those of you who are sharp this morning to see, well, look at this. Now you can't open the drawer of your sliding bench. That's not really a problem because we take this off and we get all the dies and the shell holders and the seating stems and all that kind of stuff that we need, and we take it out of the drawer first, and then we put the press here. We don't have any need to go into that drawer. Plus the other drawers are still good, as you see. So you can actually put it on the front. Although to be completely flexible, you would use a press that didn't have a lower part like this to put on this side. Well, you see, inline fabrications already made all these issues moot. But this video is not about inline fabrication. There's the RCBS Rockchucker nicely set up. So suppose you got your new press and you're going to evaluate it. If it doesn't pass this rudimentary test, you already got a problem with alignment. In fact, if you had a press that were anything except the cheapest presses, if you get that alignment problem doing this test, I'd actually send it back and complain that the alignment is off and get another press, because that'll tell the manufacturer by the return that their alignment was not up to snuff. Now, the last thing you check would be the priming system. So even though I haven't loaded around yet with this new press, I can see the features are very good. One thing is that this handle comes out to the side like this, and I think I like this press enough right now to go ahead and order the inline fabrication handle that has the roller over here and more ergonomic than this. Now, one thing I like is that this handle goes through a threaded portion here, which is quite robust, and then has a set screw also on the bottom, or a setting bolt nut that you would tighten, so this will never come loose. So if you like the normal handle, that's a good feature, and I'm sure when I get the inline fabrication roller handle that's going to be even more ergonomic, and I'm going to like it even better. Well, you see, the RCBS Rockchucker Supreme works real well with the inline fabrication docking system. So this is Fortune Cookie saying that we'll see you in the next video, and I'm kind of smiling over this and looking forward to the first use of it for reloading. Bye for now.